Well, thanks for joining me again, friends. This is going to be another customization video, video of some of my custom work. And this time around, I've got kind of a mixed bag here for you. I got some G.I. Joe figures, and I do have a Clone Wars figure, and I have some I'm a little bit further off the path from G.I. Joe and Star Wars figures to do for you. So, without further ado, let's get to my first figure. Alright, so the first figure I have here is a G.I. Joe figure. More accurately, it's a Cobra figure. And this is a Range Viper, a custom Range Viper that I did. And this particular Range Viper is a character that some of you who are longtime G.I. Joe fans might remember, called Skullbuster. And he was a figure that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, and he kind of had a weird, kind of like purplish yellow, I believe, outfit. He wasn't part of the real American Hero line, but the relaunch. And I just thought, what a cool name, Skullbuster, and of course it goes with the really neat looking rangefinder or Range Viper helmet with the skull on the front there. So I wanted to make what I thought was a proper Skullbuster figure, someone who's menacing, that maybe, you know, fits the name Skullbuster. So here's my version, and what I did was I used the Snake Eyes 25th Anniversary Commando Snake Eyes body, and I got a combat vest from the Attack on the Pit Duke, I think it was, painted that black, and I got a DTC Range Viper head and helmet. And I cut the DTC Range Viper's head off and dremelled it out so it would fit a ball socket. And then I just painted everything black. And voila. And I was thinking of giving this guy camo, but I think he just looks so cool and menacing as a black Range Viper. And then his name is Skullbuster. He's kind of like a commander, that I think I'm going to leave him just the way that he is. So anyhow, that's one of my G.I. Joe Cobra custom figures. Let me give you a nice 360 view. Alright, and stay tuned for my next video. Alright, welcome back, folks, to my next figure review, and that is this Alley Viper repaint that I did. I was inspired to do this figure. I've seen a lot of figures done in very similar to this on the internet. As a matter of fact, on Facebook, there's a friend of mine named Jared Hiram Love who has done a couple of really cool Alley Viper repaints in this urban camo scheme. In fact, he's done I think he called it a Gopher Alley Viper, which was like a sniper, and he took the Night Viper's, or the Jungle Viper's scope and applied it here, and then gave all kinds of cool cables and a really neat looking sniper rifle to his Alley Viper. Now, I have 4 Alley Vipers, including this one, Pursuit of Cobra Alley Vipers, and I plan on probably doing them up all in variations of this camo scheme, because I think this is really cool. I might leave one Pursuit of Cobra Alley Viper stock, because I do like the stock design, but I just think the Alley Vipers should have always been kind of painted this urban camo. And I do have the '89 Alley Viper. In fact, I have 3 vintage ones. I'm a big fan of that. However, for a real urban environment, you need this urban camo design. So basically what I did is I just took a Pursuit of Cobra Alley Viper, and I primed it, all the red areas, with a Ghost Gray, Model Masters Ghost Gray. And then I took the Ghost Gray and made a slightly darker gray and gave it an actual camo, and then I just weathered it, and I believe I weathered it by dry brushing different colors of gray over top of him, 3 or 4 different layers. So it's actually difficult to even see the camo because he's so dirty, but you can see a little bit on the legs, the camo that I did there. And so yeah, I really like this design, and I think it turned out really well. Alright, stay tuned for my next video. Alright, welcome back. This time around, I have a Star Wars The Clone Wars action figure custom, and this time I had a spare ARC lying around, and I decided to do the 4th ARC Trooper, who as yet has been unnamed from the episode ARC Troopers, and that is of course the Red ARC Trooper. Like I said, we don't have a name. I would say that he's probably a commander based on his insignia, and I tried to find some really good photos of him online, but there really isn't a whole lot. The only one that has a full body shot from head to toe is the concept design for the ARC Troopers, which we know was updated before the show was actually made, and the armor had extra details and color designs added to it. So it's not a very accurate model to go by if you're going to paint an ARC Trooper. But what I did find was this, and I'm going to show it to you, and I think it's pretty funny. It's pretty cool. I guess there are some 501st guys out in California that have made full-on ARC Trooper suits, and there's Dave Filoni right there, and I just found this photo online. And there he is. There's the Red ARC Trooper with his dots on his helmet and his insignia, and then all the way down, and he's got a really killer design on his boots. I really like his boot design with the little yellow square there. So I just used this as my model, and actually I know because on his right arm you can't really see what his gauntlet looks like, but I actually this past weekend was watching some of the Forcecast videos where Jimmy Mack interviewed a couple of the characters, and I was watching the Ashley Eckstein one, and that guy was in the background the whole time in his ARC Trooper outfit, and I kind of watched the video 2 or 3 times just to kind of really get a look at his armor to make sure I could make him. And honestly, I kind of really didn't pay very much attention to the interview. I was just so stunned by the ARC Trooper and said that I had to do him. So here he is, and feel free to post a comment below this video with this ARC Trooper's name and rank if you happen to know it, because I sure would like to know what he is, and I would very much appreciate it. But there you have it. I really am happy with this guy, and now I have all 4 ARC Troopers, and now the only thing that I need to do is make myself a Dave Filoni custom action figure so that I can pose him in this, all my ARC Troopers in this photo right here, and make my own little action figure tribute right there. So I'll be working on that next, see if I can find something to make a Dave Filoni action figure. Alright, stay tuned for my next review. Alright, welcome back again. This is going to be my 4th and final video for this overall customs video. And this time around I have something a little bit different for you. I have some Predators here. And these Predators, especially, this was my first one here, were inspired by a good friend of mine named AZ Marine Sniper on YouTube. But he also goes by the name of Clone Sniper 78 on Imperial Shipyards. And he goes by the name of Tom with me. He's a good friend of mine. And he actually came up with the idea to take the Firefly helmet and take a Kit Fisto head and combine them to make a Predator head. And so this was my first Predator, and I can't remember if I did a video on him or not, but I did do some changes anyhow. I painted his helmet, or his mask, I added his shoulder-mounted plasma cannon, and I repainted his armor here and there. So now this guy is pretty much finished, and I'm really happy with them. And because of my good friend Tamer, who's also my co-host on CAFN, sending me a spare Firefly that he found up by where he lived, I was able to start another Predator custom. So what I decided to do with this guy is, this is my King Predator, and I got the idea to do a King because I had this this piece up here lying around in my parts bin. And what it is it's like a dinosaur bone type of thing. I think it's from an Imaginext set, if you know what Imaginext is. It's kind of like a fantastic dinosaur toy line where you have like these little barbarian / cavemen characters, primitive men, and they ride around on dinosaurs and everything. But I just thought this would make a really cool head or helmet. And it just so happens that it happens to fit right on top of my King Predator's head. Now I'm not finished with this. I primed it in black, but I'm going to do some designs on it and really make it look cool. Really, really cool. It looks great right now in black, but I think some colors and designs on it will make it look even better. And then the body that I've used here is from the Night Adder, the Rise of Cobra Night Adder figure. I primed it all black except for the pants. And then on top of that, I have given him a lizard skin design inspired by the Berserker Predator from the Predators movie. And I've also painted his mask brown. Now I'm going to silver dry brush this too so it looks more metallic, which matches these gauntlets. These gauntlets came from, I don't even know what figure it was. It was a 6-inch figure, and I just cut them off and dremelled them out. These shoulder pads here that I've got on him came from an old Toy Biz Ultron figure, and they were actually knee pads, and I just thought they would make really good shoulder pads. Obviously we've got the Snake Eyes 25th anniversary weasel skull thingies. This shirt or netting that he has on here is from the bag that comes with the Pursuit of Cobra Crocmaster, and I cut that up and kind of gave it some armholes, and I'm still working with that. It's still a little bit of a whip. I'm going to darken it also. Obviously it's a Firefly head with a Kit Fisto, and he does have a cleaner kit back here. That's from the Dash Rendar, Power of the Force Dash Rendar Expanded Universe figure, or excuse me, Shadows of the Empire figure. And I just thought it looked exactly like the cleaner kit that the Predators carry around with them. And then we have some Bosk feet on the bottom here, which I plan on painting to match. I just added those a few days ago. And then I've got the Doc Rex claw hand thingies here that I think is working really well. And I plan on painting up the Shadow Tracker spear, because I just think this would be great spear for the King Predator to wear. So this is still a work in progress. I'm not finished with him. He's going to be super detailed. He's already pretty detailed, but super detailed when I'm done with him. And that's going to do it. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
That's a wrap. May the Force be with us.